Good morning, welcome everyone. I'm here in a small chapel that's annexed to the back of my house, St Benedict's Chapel. It's a lovely little spot where I come for private prayer, to recollect, to gain peace, to gain energy for life and to do the things that God wanted to do. And today we're reflecting on the light that shines in the darkness. That's what Christmas is about. There's a phrase used often by a religious sister who works on death row in America. She's called Sister Helen Pragin. And she says this: I light a candle at midnight to say to the darkness, I beg to differ. I light a candle at midnight to say to the darkness, I beg to differ. What does that mean? Well, it's recognizing that in our world, there are some very dark times and dark situations that we all have to face. Perhaps none more so than those confronting death. But the darkness doesn't win. We could have a faith that says God made the world and he sits up there and he looks down and sees what happens. And if I say my prayers, all will be all right and I'll avoid the darkness. Well, it doesn't work like that. Because in this world there is darkness and we have to confront it and we have to experience it. But what our faith says is that God doesn't just stay up there. God says, I'm going to come into that darkness and I'm going to be there with my people and I'm going to carry them and I'm going to guide them. And Christmas, the coming of the child Jesus, I have three figures here I'd just like to show you. Saint Joseph, great guy. Doesn't say a word in the Bible, by the way. Doesn't say anything. But he's there and he supports us. Our Lady, Mary, and look, she's asleep. She's got a little hand there by her head, a space. And that space is for our Lord Jesus. And his head just cradles there, carefully in her hand. I light a candle in the darkness. Remember the darkness? No room at the inn. I'm coming into that world, into that darkness, and I'm going to shine a light for all of us. That's what he does, and that's why we celebrate Christmas in such a grand way. That's why it's so important that we gather, that we remember, that we live in the way of Jesus, in his light. The light that he shines a light of goodness, love, joy, peace, justice. He's shining all those lights. Are we living in them? Because when we do, and we live in his light, it's a light that the darkness cannot overcome.